March the 27th, and I'm walking through the forest. I just found where the moose live, but I can see all their tracks. It's not here where I am, but it's that way. There's a big clearing after all this brush. There's a whole area that's cleared, and that's what I call the old forest. I've taken videos of it before, pictures and videos. But where I am now, I'm right beside the south end of the forest, so I can see the markers in the trees that mark the edge. And there's a path there that I've gone on many times, but I never really knew where the old forest kind of starts. But it's here. That way is the old forest. So it kind of goes up. It's relatively dry, but there's marshy areas too, and I think they just love it because there's lots of the boughs are knocked down for them to bed in, and lots of footprints. So there is the path. It's kind of the edge of the property. There's a path all the way there. There's a marker, and there's a marker there. And I didn't know exactly where that old part of the forest started, but I'm going to try to figure this out. So if I put a marker up something, then I'll know in the future where to go right off this way. And I might take a video of the inside of that too. This is my video. I think I stopped the last one only a minute ago. I didn't go very far. There's the big tree I just visited. I'm walking through the forest, going to the old part. Put my gloves on now. Okay, so in this area, there was a tree that had hatchet marks in it that were fairly old. And I think that was one of the determinations. When we looked around, we saw determined that was probably a field at one time. I doubt this is a field up here now. Okay, so I'm still following the edge of our fence line, but that's behind me now. I'm heading north. You can see there's at least clear areas that are starting to clear up. Inside of here is the old forest, so I'm going to go in and visit the trees. Just go see the biggest trees and head for them. There's a few ones in here. Okay. I think this is why the moose love it back here. It's just hard to get through too. And this is not it yet. Nope. Only a few minutes away from it though. Okay. Another, I think a maple. Alright. I'm on the edge of it now. I'll cut through here. I kind of overshot it maybe. This is a magical time of year, I call it, because I got about 2.5 feet of snow underneath me, and so I use my snowshoes, and they're perfect. Yeah, if they don't know I'm coming, they know now. The objective wasn't to sneak up on them. So back there is a clearing more that way, cedar clearing. But over here, I believe that's the old forest that way. Alright, still heading north. Keep making turns, but I have kind of a sense of where the north side is. Oh, this might be it. Not too far now. I'm heading west. There are big old And that's dead. Birch. Okay. So I can start to see moose tracks here. Oh, they're gone like a couple days ago. This is probably a week old. At the least 2-3 days. It just snowed today. There's a big old dead tree, an elm or a white pine, and there's a younger birch there. Put the white pine right there. Just looks dead to me. And oh, there's a hill over there. There's not too many hills in this part, and there's one, and that's it. That's kind of how I get my bearings. Just with the hills. Now this tree used to be, it's pretty old. It's dead now, like I say. But let's see. There's my hand. You know, there's a few live ones down here. Yeah, so this is the old forest here. And I've taken a video of this in the summer or in the early spring. I guess this would be the earliest spring I've ever been in here, because I have not been through here with snowshoes before. I found sometimes I've been in areas, probably I've been there before, but I just don't recognize it. It's different season. Oh, there's a bigger pine ahead. Yeah, this is an older forest here for sure. Not so much shrub. The bigger trees are here. They may not all be alive. And then the number of moose tracks increases. I'll go where they were lying down, bedding down. Yeah, there's a big live, I think it's an elm actually. Look at the leaves. Or let's look at the pines. Yeah, that's an elm. I'm gonna look at the needles. And this is what the moose are tearing down and using for bedding. So I find it hard to reach up and see. That's an elm. And there's little cones for the elm. There's a nice big one there. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of those in front of me. 1, 2 big ones and a big birch way back there. Oh yeah. That's one of the biggest trees here, I think. Let's go see it. See that bedding? They just stomped this place down, or ripped it down from the tree and made this nice nest. You can see their moose droppings here. Yeah. Well, I hope they don't mind visiting them. You know, to me, yeah, it's 2 feet wide. Big enough. But it's very tall. Holy. It's a big, big tree. Anyway, this is the old forest. Kind of on a hill. Maybe a little swampy in areas. There's a few kind of creeks running through this area. I've been through in the summer and later on in the spring last year. But now if I head that way, I head towards the house. But you got to go through this crazy scrub brush kind of business. If I go this way, I go over the hill. It goes into a lower cedar forest, and then it goes up again really high, and then the horse trail is on that. So this kind of is in the basin. And then the way it goes on this side, in the south, it kind of goes down to a ridge where I was walking the fence line, and then it goes down to a valley I haven't been down to. I just been the last few years just concentrating on this area of the forest, like like a mandala. That's what they say. An area of the forest in a circle that you could just observe, but I just use the forest as my patch to observe what's going on and find out more. Anyway, now I think I'm gonna head home because it's getting dark. But you know, we have sunlight till 8 o'clock now or so, 7:30. So that's why it's another reason why it's a magical time of the year. You can walk around here, no bugs, no poison ivy, no poison oak, no bears. The moose aren't too aggressive this time of year. They will be later. I haven't not seen any aggressive moose, but I just heard about them. And oh, you can see that they've stripped the tree down there. They've stripped that one down probably for their antlers. Yeah, anyway, good time of year because you can go anywhere. It's great. Really awesome. I think I'll just spend more time in here. Maybe in this year sometime. I'm not sure. Probably after bug season, which is May, June, and maybe late July, August. I'll come back. Spend more time. And for now, maybe I'll head this way and then curl around and go back to the horse path. And I gotta get a holder for this camera because it's gonna freeze my hands if I keep holding this. So I'm gonna sign off in the old forest. Okay, I'm in another part of the forest, but I found something interesting. Every time I come out, I see something. Look at those burned out insides of cedars. And it's not the only one. Ooh, there's a cut one. Somebody cut it. Looks like with a chainsaw. I must be getting close to the trail. But over here, look, it's all burned out here. And this one as well. On this side, it's all burned out. See? No idea. And then moose tracks. But hey, I see someone came here with a chainsaw. Right there. You see the little mark they did with the chainsaw right here. And they cut it. And another one here. Or no, this is not cut. This is not cut. It's just that one. So I wonder why would somebody come along and just cut that. I don't see any others around. I'm gonna have to look around. This is towards the back, really the back. And I wouldn't, unless I'm near the trail, nearer than I think. I don't see any other. I see no other stumps. I see lots of trees though. No stumps. Maybe I just can't see them because I haven't looked close enough. I have probably only been in here once. Okay. There's a piece of... Okay. I see something over there. I'm gonna go get my walking stick. Very interesting. Now I see something over there. I gotta get my walking stick. No stick left behind. Oh. There's some chaga way over there. Big bunch of it. Ooh. Here's something that I usually do. So maybe I have been here. I've been a while ago, last year maybe, or the year before, put up these green markers to mark where in the forest I'd be walking through. See this green marker? Oh yeah, I know where I am exactly. Okay, that's the horse trail way over there. These are the markers I put up to know where I was going. If I keep them on my left hand side or on my right, if I go this way, if I keep them on my left, I know I'll make it right to the horse trail. I was through here the other day, and yes, so I know this part of the forest. Somebody in the past had been through to cut it down. I don't know why, just because it doesn't look like they were going for the big ones. But apparently one time, this whole area behind me was a field. That's what I heard. There was a field for cattle. Anyway, now that I know where I am, it puts it together for me so that that little clearing down there is a swamp that I usually during the other times of the year I try and avoid. Trying to avoid a swamp, but this time of the year, the magic time of year, I can walk right through a swamp. It's great. Oh yeah, you know, I imagine that you're doing a lot of hunting and tracking. If you don't spend time just to go around and check out the areas, then I don't know, you're missing half the fun. You're missing out on more experience. There's more. See, this moose tracks go right through this area. They also love the area behind me that was a field. Oh, okay, putting things together. Now I left behind those green marker tracks. Yeah, I'll go back to them. But this way down here, this is a poor soil in this forest. I was told by the foresters, it's a mess of soil that doesn't really decompose the leaves and that. So just they fall down. They don't really decompose that fast. So they told me that this part of the forest is a forest fire hazard. So I don't know what to do, but I just know that that's about a kilometer away from the house. So I don't have to worry about that. Well, you don't know until there is a forest fire, and then I know I have something to worry about. Okay, so I came in that way. I can see my tracks. Another great thing about this time of year is I can never get lost because I have snowshoes on, and they leave tracks that I can follow in or out. So yeah, that goes back to the horse trail. I can see the hill where the horse trail is. I'm going to kind of skirt this area here around it, go back into the cedar forest here. This cedar forest is amazing. An easy way in this way. Yeah, I imagine if you don't go through the bush and walk through it, you kind of miss the beauty for every season. And there's plenty of other things to see other than just hunting for animals. Okay. Maybe I'll crash. Oh, see, my hand's getting cold. I'm gonna have to stop. It's only -8 or something, -6. But my hands get cold holding on to this. Anyway, I know exactly where I am. Maybe I could try a little longer. Handle it. Now there's a hill over there. There's lots of this. These guys here. These guys here that need to fall and decompose. And this part of the forest does decompose. The leaves and everything else because it's marshy in here. But it's that part over there that has the poor soil. This part has great soil. It's actually peat moss underneath me. I'm going to put on my glove and try and hold the camera. I think a lot of people, when they come here, they don't even realize what's around them. That includes me. But at least I know there's a lot more to see and experience than what you just see. There's the seasons, the temperature changes, the life in the forest, the sounds. And with me talking all the time, I don't hear the sounds. But a lot of times I come back here, I don't have to talk. And I see the way the trees have been shifted by, or shaped by the wind. This is a unique part of the forest, like I say, the cedar forest. It's beautiful, and it goes for a while. It's at least, it's bigger than 2 acres. It's at least 6 or 7 acres of cedar forest. And I know because I mapped out all the forest areas. There's 7 of them. And this spring, I'll go around and visit each one of the spots that I took soil samples from. And revisit the report and maybe add more things to it. Yeah, this is a great part of the forest. Always liked it. Easy to walk through in the winter, and now harder to walk through in the summer, spring, when it melts, so melts. And at the end of this area here, this cedar forest is a moss forest. A mossy area, a forest full of thick moss. I see a nice wave over here. See, I was just here about half an hour ago. Well, now I can follow my way out. I could tell I was going the other way. Nice. Lead me out, Ruth. Yeah, now, this is kind of where the moss starts. Back here. There's the horse trail on the hill. What I was doing on the way here was weaving in and out between where I know where the moss or the horse trail is, and then weaving in over here where I know the edge of the forest is. I haven't necessarily been to all those areas down there, but if I do this zigzag, I kind of piece it together and I know where everything is. It's taken me a couple of years to figure this all out. In between building a house, right where an old homestead was, and some life. Oh, this life out here is going on. But okay, I think I talked about this earlier. There's Voyageur Trails around. It's the one that goes across Canada. It's not that far from here. So if I ever want to go further, I guess I can go on that trail. This is interesting. I found this where the animals are chewing away at these branches. Just a little animal, might be rabbits and stuff. I followed a rabbit trail into this area, hoping I could see it. There's kind of the continuation of the cedar forest, very thin along the hill where the horse trail is. And I'm just going to keep going along here. this part. Yeah, in here, underneath me is maybe a few feet of moss. It's pretty amazing. I remember I came here with the foresters and wow, she got her foot caught in the muck. I almost took her, the muck. Yeah, you can see there are probably a few springs welling up along here because it's a hill behind me. And then, so that would be the result. Lots of water down here. And there's another one down here. Like I say, this is a hard area to walk through in any other time of year. Not even completely easy now. Yeah, this is the moss area. So there's a plant down there that I was trying to take a picture and figure out what it was. There's another kind of water hole. Yeah, you can see this forest can't really, I mean, the trees don't grow that well here. Because it's all moss, thick moss and bog. Nasty to walk through in the summer. I definitely won't be here after this season, after this snow is gone. Another water hole there. They're all over. And they're deep, they're 2-3 feet deep. I can see my track over there. So I know I'm on my right way out. Now a lot of the things I see a lot of coyote running around. There's a few foxes near our house. The coyote will probably eat the fox young, I guess, and I've heard or read that the fox, or the coyotes won't go near the foxes, they're near the house. I could see that. But then my question is, where are the coyotes? So I'm gonna have to walk further off this property with the permission of my neighbors. Okay, I found my old track. Up and down the hills. So this is the kind of the end of the moss forest. And again, it goes into another cedar forest on this side. Let's see if I can get through this. Now the camp is that way. I put the camp in. Maybe I'll walk towards the camp. That's the horse trail. This is just another cedar forest. I'll walk towards the camp. Now, this time, other times of year, this is all moss too, but kind of not as bad as where I was. You can see the water pushing through. And over here, it's all dry. And it turns into a big swamp up there. Swampy marsh. After those trees, the green trees. The conifers. Oh. Okay, now I'm gonna go. Now, I can't walk through here, even in the spring. Like I could wear my hip waders, and it would still be difficult. Okay. Oh, now, that's the swampy area, marsh. It turns into more of a marsh that way. This is, I can see the edge of the camp. the one I have some ideas for. I didn't stop too much on this trip. I usually stop. I will have a campfire, heat up something needed. Just spend time out here. But not today, I'm on the way back. Okay. This part of the forest was a field once. This was a field. I know you can't tell when you look at it, but I've seen feeding buckets in here. I know there's a fence around part of it. It's kind of on the edge of this swamp. Back there, swampy marsh. But this is all field. So either and there's two, that kind of throws some doubts in my idea about the very back of the property being a field, but maybe this was the field that I've been told about. I definitely know that this is a field. And there's a gate up here. You can't really see this time of year. It's on the ground, but okay, now I'm gonna go up to the camp. There's the gate right there. This is a gate one time to come in and out of that field. And it completely grew over. But I know it's a field because all the rocks were cleared. There's a slaughterhouse not too far from here, or there was, the foundation's still there. This area here was built up with rocks around it, and there's a square fence around the whole area. We're going into the camp. And the house is not too far from here. Let's check out the camp. So this used to be a field too, I guess. There were very young trees in there. There's still a mess of trees that haven't sorted themselves out yet. Haven't grown up. This is kind of a flattened area. It was like this when I was here first. I don't know who cleared it or why. I think there was a barn up here one time. Because there was some junk around. Tells me that. This is the dining room tent. That's the crazy dome tent. This is the cooking area, and you could sit on that bench. And that's a sleeping area. You can sleep inside of here. Okay. There's a trail that was not put in by me, but was used for logging and or accessing this area behind me. I'm just taking the shortcut. There's a camera there on the other side. But there's that big tree that somebody left something in it. And down here is a trap line. It starts, there's a fence there. And there's a trap line that starts around here. Has still some wire on it. Yeah, blasting back. Oh man, I wish I could have spent all day out here, but I can only spend like an hour, so two. I'll go this way. This is the path back to the house, but this also goes to the house. This is, I believe, at one time this is a yard or another field. because it's square with those conifers all around it. And you've got these trees, pretty old though. So either it was cleared of all the underbrush, and there's very few trees at one time. There's the house ahead. So I'm facing south. There we go. Yeah. That's the house. Okay. All right.